Episode 10 of The Escape of the Seven starts with the Six and Do-hyuk arriving at Gas house to find a body, and the warning on her mirror. Emoni cannot breathe since she texts K that Ga knows about him and tells him to stop her. Jinemo's phone rings, startling everyone. K is on the phone and tells Jinemo that the chairman is very angry. He says that anyone who makes the chairman of Sungchan Group angry will pay the price. They are terrified as they run out of Gas house. They reconvene at Juran's to discuss their options. Their only hope now is Matthew, and they decide to do everything they can to get him on their side. Meanwhile, the chairman of Sungchan Group directs his assistant to ensure the incident involving Jun-suk never gets out. He asks him to eliminate anyone in Sungchan Group's way, no matter who they are. Matthew learns about Song Jae's death. Do-hyuk tells him about the message written in the mirror. He thinks Chairman Sim is evil since he would do anything to protect his son. Matthew blames himself for the deaths of Jae and Chairman Bang. He is afraid something might happen to Do-hyuk. Do-hyuk swears to stay by Matthew's side until the end, even if it might cost him his life. Emoni fears for her family and asks Lahui for help. She tells Emoni to take care of her family business independently, and asks if she asks K for a favor. She gets angry since killing Ga will either make the police start snooping into their business, or Lee Waiso will kill them. Later, he calls her back and agrees to become a celebrity. He asks that she find him a place to stay since he had left home after arguing with his parents about debuting. Jinemo goes to Penghee and asks her to pack up and run away. She asks if Hana's parents came for her, and says she will never give her back. Jinemo asks if she has any idea who Hana's parents are. He is terrified and goes to hug Penghee, but she pushes him away. She tells him she did not kill him because she is a mother and cannot become a murderer. Hana is Emoni's child. Won Eugene runs into Emoni's brother at Tikitaka and invites him for a drink. She gives him her business card and asks if he thinks about letting her make him a star. Meanwhile, the police question Emoni about Jae's suicide. Jinemo mentions to G-Man that Sim Jusuk had asked him to send Min Do-hyuk to prison 5 years ago since he hated his guts. He also requested that he wipe out Do-hyuk's family and leave no trace. Jinemo asks G-Man to look into Do-hyuk to give them leverage over K. The police rule out Jae's death and suicide, making Matthew and his team change plans. His next move is to take everything the Six enjoy and try to protect. Jinemo signs Erica to Cherry Entertainment. Meanwhile, someone calls Juran asking to pay $500,000 for fake proof of pregnancy. Elsewhere, Chulwoo tries to give G-Man a gold bar to appreciate him for helping him be promoted to police commissioner. G-Man tells him to stay off drugs so he does not get his name tainted. Bekiko, one of Kang Ki-tak's men, is disguised as a chef and secretly notices Chulwoo adding drugs to G-Man's drink. The school board received information on Myungji. She extorts money from parents by selling them expensive paintings in exchange for giving favors to their children at school. Myungji says she sent the paintings to the parents as gifts to thank them for visiting her gallery. The parents who received favors protect Myungji, while those against her start a fight at the principal's office. In addition, there are allegations of Myungji going to a motel with a student's father. She denies the allegations, but the principal asks her to provide evidence. She gets angry, asking why she must prove her innocence when telling the truth. Instantly, she remembers Demi saying the same thing when they falsely accused her. The principal suspends Myungji pending disciplinary action. Elsewhere, a lady comes to Juran with $500,000 asking for a fake pregnancy report. As soon as she agrees to write the report, she calls in reporters who barge into her office with cameras. They start asking about the fake information, and one mentions Juran giving a teenage girl a fake pregnancy report 5 years ago. Juran realizes the incident is connected to Demi, and she runs out. Do-hyuk is watching the incident unfold and calls Matthew to tell him Myungji's and Juran's missions are clear. Matthew tells Do Hyuk to handle Moe next. He sent an email to the Man of Truth. The digital creator talks about Moe, saying that her mother and her family are the most important people in her life. She also says that her mother is perfect and speaks multiple languages. He shows Moe's family and calls her out on the lie. Matthew calls Moe to tell her about the strange video. She calls Lahui, but Kang Ki-tak enters Lahui's car, so she does not pick up. Kang Ki-tak tells Lahui that Lee Wai-so is waiting for her and asks her to drive. Moe goes to Matthew and promises to explain everything about the video in 3 hours. So-yeon goes into Eugene's house to tell her about Moe's emergency. She accidentally walks into Moe's brother, taking a bath, and Kyung-soo likes her at first sight. Youngji picks up Erica and Philip from school and learns that a man posing as their manager has taken them away. She calls Jin-mo to ask for his help. Meanwhile, Kang Ki-tak takes Lahui to Lee Wai-so's house. He takes her phone and locks her in. The lights in the room are switched off, and a masked man walks. Lahui is scared and falls down the stairs. She loses consciousness, and the man breaks the back of her palm. Jin-mo asks Myung-ji to let him look for her kids. Do Hyuk delivers documents to Cherry Entertainment's star, Ryu Hongju. The records indicate all the unpaid contracts under Cherry Entertainment. He also delivered another paper to Deputy Chief Prosecutor Jo Dong-hee about Nam Chul-woo's use of drugs. Elsewhere, Nam Chul-woo bumps into someone on his way to get a certificate, and then Juran asks for his help. Dong-hee intercepts him before he goes into the meeting, and he finds drugs on him. Chul-woo knows the person he bumped into slipped the pills into his coat. Jin-mo arrives back at his office, and Ryu Hongju is waiting. She tells him that all actors signed under Cherry Entertainment will sue him for stealing their money and cancel their contracts. She gives him an ultimatum to pay back all their money or risk going to prison. Jin-mo checks his safe, finds all the documents gone, and tries calling Do Hyuk. Do Hyuk tells him he will help look for someone to loan them the money they need to pay Hongju to make her not talk about his secret deals. Soon after, Moe comes to Do Hyuk to ask him for help, looking for a woman to play her mother's role. Nam Chul-woo sells Ji-man out as the one who buys drugs from him. He calls K and asks for his help. K refuses to help and asks Ji-man to take the fall. Ji-man discloses surprising news. Sim Ju-suk is not Chairman Sim's biological son, but Min Do-hyuk is. Chairman Sim's assistant kills Ji-man for threatening K. Moe dupes the media and posts photos with the woman posing as her mother. The plan to take everything from the Six continues, with Jin-mo taking a 30 million loan using Cherry Entertainment as collateral. Do-hyuk calls Kang Ki-tak and tells him he got Jin-mo's promissory note. Ki-tak says he is a step closer to getting Tae-bak back. Lahui gains consciousness, and on seeing her wounds, she remembers Lee Wai-so as the docks worker on Jeju Island. Ki-tak tells her to tell the world who killed Demi if she wants to save her life. Lahui says she will not since her life is more important. She's worked hard to get the life she has now and will not give it up. Moe tells Jin-mo that she thinks Lahui might be working with Lee Wai-so. She tells him that Lahui is Demi's biological mother. Jin-mo is surprised and starts looking back to instances when Lahui got furious about Demi's death. Jin-mo rushes to check the loan document and realizes that his creditor is Kang Ki-tak, with whom Lahui was in a relationship. They gather at Lahui's apartment, waiting for her return. They confront her about working with Kang Ki-tak and Lee Wai-so, while also hiding that she is Demi's mother. Lahui admits to abandoning Bang Demi when she cannot get the money she wants from Chairman Bang. At the end of the episode, Matthew Lee walks into the room and tells everyone he is Lee Wai-so. The episode review. This episode is about revealing secrets, as the game of revenge begins officially. The script is full of surprises, starting with Hana being Moe's child. Min Do-hyuk might be a wealthy chaebol heir, which is why K devised the elaborate plan. Finally, Matthew Lee reveals his identity. Everyone but Do-hyuk is so terrified of the truth. The final puzzle pieces are coming together, and we slowly understand K's motive. However, we still cannot say without a doubt why he killed Demi and Chairman Bang. He continues to prove how ruthless he can be by killing even his accomplices like Prosecutor G-Man. Will Matthew Lee have the power and the psycho attitude necessary to win against K? What is Matthew Lee's reason behind revealing his identity?